still here. You're actually having a good time. I thought, anyway. Let's see if we can spark it back up. So I want to, What's up, guys? I think we're back. Hold on, let me go make sure we're back. I think we're back. Go take a look at this my damn self. I just wasted that? Oh, that sucks. I just wasted that. Oh, lovely. Are we here? Okay, good. I was actually double checking to make sure the stream was up. Comcast once again crashed all my shit with their phantom ass update or whatever the fuck they do at 12:26. When I looked down and you guys were like, man, is the stream even up? I looked down and I saw that it had been disconnected. It said 2 minutes. That was at 12:27, 12:28. So, yeah, 12:26 is the magic time for them to just fucking crash my fucking internet. That's just what they do. Fucking crash my fucking... And they won't stop. That's just what they do. I keep making them pay for it, though. I keep making them pay for it. I'll call them back tomorrow and they'll reimburse me for tonight. Little something on top of that, actually, if we lost, yeah, exactly, Steve. Lost viewers, like, especially someone had just followed. In fact, as soon as I saw that, not only you were generous, but then somebody decided to follow right behind that, and I was actually saying, man, you know, I really appreciate you guys, the follows, the subs, the donations, the cheers, the raids, everything you guys do, just being awesome and shit. And I looked down and you guys didn't hear any of that because I'm talking to fucking dead space because of fucking Comcast. Come back and then most of you guys are gone. Well, I would be too if the channel just shut down out of nowhere. I'd go find something else to watch or find something else to do. Maybe I'm just on Twitch, you know, just seeing what's up before I go to sleep or some shit like that. And if the stream just dies, probably won't necessarily take it personally. Doesn't mean, well, I'm never coming back here because that's unprofessional. I don't think I would do that, but I could see some people doing that. It's possible. Bottom line is it's all unnecessary anyway. Motherfuckers, Comcast is garbage. They're absolute trash. Ouch. Anyway, what's for that? Well, they're just doing it at the same time of night, and there's no reason for this update to change. I don't know what else it could be but changing my IP address. I have no idea because it's literally hard crashing my software. It's not just going offline for a second. Actually, Streamlabs OBS has something built in where if you disconnect, you know, as long as your internet doesn't just go down, if you DC for a minute, which happens, right, then it'll reconnect. And probably all you guys will get on your end is buffering, you know, and that's it. But to just hard crash my shit, half the time it crashes my laptop to blue screen. My laptop has no idea what to do. Your computer, it's sending and receiving mail to a spot, and all of a sudden what it's sending and it can't get it back and it gets confused and it just crashes. Anyway, I mean, I'm no tech guy, so I'm just guessing, but still, it's bottom line. It's unnecessary. It's all completely unnecessary.
Not too shabby, this place. As long as they serve a good whiskey, I'll do just fine. Then I'll make sure they get it. What would you like? I'll have it for no more than a right away. I'm rather busy drinking. Then I'll make sure they get what you like.
I'm rather busy drinking. Leave me alone.
I'm rather busy drinking. Then I'll make sure they get What would you like me? Those'll cost you dear. Right away.
Anyway, for those of us still here, cheers, guys. Glad you guys decided to hang out. Justin knows what's up. You guys, some of you guys are learning what's up, is that if it goes down like that, the only reason I don't come back is because I can't. Because I can't get it back up. Because I have to go refresh everything, and then my laptop will get confused, and then I go to restart shit, and then everything's out of whack, and so on and so forth. But that'll be the only time I don't come back.
I'm rather busy drinking, and I'll make sure they... Would you like me to have it for no more than... Right away. I'm rather...
Is it my imagination, or was
so let's make this quick
the stream kind of getting the vibe? Everybody, we were, you know, having drinks, T-Verse was chilling, Lady Lurin was able to stop in. But, sometimes streams just get a certain vibe and everybody's just kind of doing their thing and everybody's having a good time, and you can tell by the way everybody's chatting that everybody's getting along and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, that's kind of really what it's about. I mean, I can sit here and play video games for a couple quiet people, you know, here and there. That happens too. But when the streams liven up and everybody's, you know, talking about stuff and doing stuff, it's just it's absolutely ridiculous. It's here lately, sometimes I'll get on early. I'll get on, say, around noon, but it's usually when I have to go do something later in the afternoon. And I'm like, I'm going to be gone till nighttime. I'm going to be out of town, or I'm going to be somewhere, or whatever the case may be. If I'm tied up or I've got to make a shit ton of calls and take care of other stuff, then I'll stream early. There's no problems between like noon and midnight. Any time in that range. It's just 12. It used to be 12:40. I don't know if you guys remember, it was 12:46 exactly. Now it's 12:26 exactly. And there's no gremlin out there waiting till 12:26 to fucking yank my internet wiring. I'm sorry, it's just not happening. So I know it's them,
sure they get it.
and it's a software. It's something they're doing.
What would you like me to equip them with? Those are more expensive, but I'm sure you can afford it. Right away. I'm rather busy drinking, and I'll make sure they get it. What would you like me to equip? Those'll cost you. Right away. I'm rather busy drinking, and I'll make sure they get it. What would you like me to? You'll have it for no right away.
I wish you could do this all at once.
I'm rather busy drinking, and I'll make sure they get it. What would you like me to?
It's a small thing.
Right away. I'm rather busy drinking, and I'll make sure they get it. What would you like me to? Those will cost you. Right away.
Anyway. Well, I did change a notation in the tweet so that it would tweet again. Streamlabs doesn't like to repeat tweet, but you can alter the tweet a little bit and it'll post again, and so anyone hopefully that gets notices there through Twitter.
So
or
let's make this quick if you don't mind.
See, I don't know that Twitch will notify you twice if you come on back to back either.
Them machines are fine, the best I've seen, but I wouldn't be much of an enchanter if I couldn't improve them even more. I could do it with a jewel I obtained a while back. The wreck lies in the gorge that leads to Rivertown. Here's a key you'll need. I'll be sampling some rum I found till you get back.
Set a static IP? Don't think so. I don't know if they allow for that. I don't know if the Comcast modems do or not. I could ask them that. I did ask if the router was resetting or updating itself on its own at a particular time, and they told me they're not doing that. Because I think you or somebody else had mentioned that, and I said, well, I never thought of that. Maybe it's something simple like that. But they said no. Their modems don't do that, so I was all right.
Shiny.
It also could be a small part of it, is I'm not using wireless. I'm hardwired to the modem, which is good for connectivity and everything. Until it's not, I guess. After you save money, that makes sense. Although I don't know how much one would cost right now. Oh, you didn't miss much. We just got everything back up. You know, Concast. Same old bullshit. I don't think there was a chest in the alchemy garden. I don't think there was one. I think I'm wasting my time here. Alright, let's get this up. '81 to '94. 107. Requires level 22, so that's the only thing I really spend anything there on. 10% chance of draining 7% of the damage done. I think I'm gonna start putting points in this and evade. Gotta have mana leech. Mana efficiency. Gotta have that. Let's go ahead and just get a point into everything I'm using. Put 1 point here when I get a chance. Requires level 20, huh? Well, me and my creature will do until then. How about that? So now we've gone to... We're at double damage. We're basically at double damage. Jay says, hey, oh, nice. What's he playing? What are they playing over there? Guys, for those who don't know, Jay the Outpatient, he's cool people. And he plays some... games I've never heard of. Cool stuff. But he's just cool to sit and talk to. He really, like me. At least I'd like to say like me. He really appreciates people hanging out and chilling with him and stuff like that. I like that. I like people who appreciate that. 81% chance. Interesting. Wow. So it just goes up by 4. Some scary game with a VR unit. Oh, nice. Well, I was wondering if evade would give. I didn't think it would give, really cool shit like, you know, 50% chance of evasion or 100% chance of evading melee attacks. Does come in handy though. Go ahead and throw that in there. So this is going to take level 20. It starts at level 20, so I probably only put 1 point. Just by the time I get to level 20, I'll have a point. All right. There we go. It's good for right now. I know what I want to do. I was hoping evasion would give you little more. But I mean, if you're dodging all that, melee attacks are a huge part of what the enemies do. So I guess that makes sense. We'll live with our creature for a little while. No chest here. I still think there should be a chest here. Oh shit. I never knew that. There's plants out here? I never knew that. Not gonna lie. Isn't that beautiful? Yes, sir. Take all those. Phantasmagoria. He's doing it with VR too? Nice. I know before you guys ask, you probably won't see me on VR anytime soon. I was never a supporter of the idea. Well, I can't say not a supporter. If that's what people want to do, that's great. But I never personally ever thought it would really go anywhere. It was a passing fad. The only idea I ever thought where VR would be viable is, depending on the game, you could set up like a movie theater. Since movie theaters are pretty much going, they're thing of the past pretty much anyway. You could have rooms, booths set up with all the shit in place that you could never afford to have at home. Like, the full motion capture, sensors and this and that. You could have your little thing in the middle, your little little platform or whatever that you can do your thing on, or have a seat. I guess if you're playing something like a fighter, jet fighter, space, or racing game where you sit down and have some of that stuff going on, whatever the case may be, and you would. I thought this would be a cool idea. But I don't know how much capital you'd have to get it started. But you could create like a theater type thing. It'd be something of a club type thing where you get a membership for a 1-day pass, which would cost obviously a lot more, or a monthly type of thing, or a year, or a lifetime a membership to this thing, and you could come in and there would be a library of games, and you'd try to keep that up to date, keep it current, get the license so that you could use those games and sell the use of those games at your place. Once you got all that shit squared away, you'd basically have booths or rooms, and you would have vending machines and so on and so forth, so that people could have their snacks and this and that and blah blah blah, and go in and play their game all day if they wanted to. Like if you had a full membership, a day membership might be for say 4 to 6 hours or something like that, and you'd obviously want people to return, so you'd want to push weekly, monthly, lifetime memberships. And they'd come in and they could play these VR games with all the equipment intact, and they would never have to go pay that. And you could charge a pretty penny for a membership on something like that, because it keeps something from having to go dump several grand into their full system, and you would give them the best VR that's available at the time. I think it would be a pretty cool thing. Pretty cool thing. But wouldn't that be kind of cool? Like if you didn't want to invest in VR, and I wouldn't want a game like that anyway. I would not want a game here. I like the idea of my monitor, and I like the idea of my controller, and I like the idea of sitting in my chair or my couch or whatever and just doing my thing. You know, if you're a PC gamer, you know, you've got your station set up and all your things like that. I don't know that wearing the headset really, it's a different experience, but I don't call that gaming. That wouldn't be gaming. I'm not saying it wasn't fun. I've actually tried the VR thing. It was with Resident Evil. I don't remember which Resident Evil was. It's the one where you went to the, not this latest one with the big tall lady in it, but the one before that. And you went and it was like a New Orleans style, old mansion type thing, and you went through there. But anyway, whatever Resident Evil it was, that was pretty cool in VR. It was cool, but I wouldn't want to play the game like that. Not the whole game, but the experience was nice. So I'm thinking if you had a place set up where you could provide that experience for people who didn't want to invest in all that shit for themselves and might just want to come in and check it out. And then if they like it, you know, they might get a membership type of thing. Plus, they would have all these other games at their disposal, and they'd have a relaxed atmosphere, you know, away from stuff where they could just do their thing. I don't see how that wouldn't be a draw. And there may be something like that already out. There may actually be theaters like that already set up. I don't know. If I thought of it, I'm sure somebody else did too. Just thought it'd be kind of cool.
Back for more? I'm ready for another round if you are. Great. I was apprehensive at first, but now I've come to realize.
Hey, Numpty, what's going on, man?
Opportunity this is.
Yeah, like a modern arcade. A modern arcade, but, you know, instead of the cabinets and so on and so forth, the actual VR headset and all the trappings to where you could play the VR game with the full experience. Something you could never afford at home. That was the idea.
To have such powers at my disposal. One thing bothers me though. A matter of unfinished business, if you like. There is a man, Morgan's his name, who is very much enamored with me and gave me my necklace. Though he always loved me more than I loved him, I feel it would be cruel of me to simply keep him in the dark about my whereabouts. I'd be very much obliged if you'd return the necklace to him and let him know he must move on. He won't be too difficult to find, as he is the harbor master in the Orobus fjords.
Exactly. Like, I wouldn't invest in it myself. I just, even if I had the money, I could spend it on other things. I just wouldn't get around to getting one because I know I wouldn't use it enough to make it, you know, the investment worth it. But if there was a place where you could go experience it hands off, and you don't worry about it after you go home. You go in there and you have all the stuff there, and you can play your game and put in your hours, and you could even create a system. You know, if you had like a membership set up there, you could even create a system where people's high scores or people's achievements would be on something of a leaderboard there. So it'd give people, you know, a sense of like competition, I guess you could say, and so on and so forth. You know, I think that would be cool.
I'll be waiting for you.
These chests aren't worth a shit. Yeah, I think it is too, and I don't think it was made with gamers in mind. I mean, I think you're marketing something to where there's really not a very limited market. Yeah, maybe you have somebody with money just to burn. A lot of gamers aren't like that. When they made Skyrim, their assumption was the gamers were all 35 to 50 with 2 kids, married, upper middle class income, and only had so many hours a week to play. And I'm like, who did you talk to? And live bands, nice. So I'm like, who did you go out and survey to get that kind of feedback? No, I really don't think so. Yeah, I'm older, but I think your average gamer is more like from 12 to 40, 12 to 40, with a lot of extra time to play games on his or her hands. Making that your main focus. For a lot of gamers, I think their job and their lifestyle is to support their gaming. You know, just so that you can pay the bills and this and that and get back to your system and play your games. You're most comfortable in that universe. I can't speak for everybody. I'm not even saying I'm speaking for most, but I feel like I might be. I don't think I'm alone in this. Is that, you know, the games, call it a lifestyle. You'd say it's an addiction, but I don't really see anything harmful there. So I would just say a lifestyle in and of itself. And I don't think the VR is taking into account the culture that surrounds gamers, like what we really do. I'm not talking about the person that picks up a controller so they can stand up and make little funny comments on YouTube and make a shit ton of money off people's views on YouTube. That's not a gamer to me. A gamer is one who no holds barred, as long as you've got your controller and your gaming system and something to play it on. That's just what you're gonna do. And people will go out and do stuff, and family will have gatherings, and there's other things going on, and all that stuff that people consider living is mostly an inconvenience to us in a lot of ways. Like, once again, like I said, I don't know that I'm even speaking for the majority, although I kind of think I am, if one wants to just be brutally honest. A lot of that stuff that people live for, they spend their money and their time and their resources on, we consider the kind of annoying. Oh my God, I gotta go over to family for Christmas. I was just fucking hitting level 35 and such a game. And I was just about to get my legendary shit, and I was gonna go with all my homies and go raid shit, or I was gonna get in there and we were gonna run Call of Duty until we all got our fucking gold camos, or just whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the gaming community I know. And I think that is the core part of the gaming community. Gamers pretty much go like that. At least from what I've seen and experienced. And that's the way I think and feel a lot of times. Like, yeah, okay, got family dinner, shit. Well, if I make it back by 10, then I can play for a couple hours before I have to do such and such. You know, that's always at the forefront of the mind. Am I wrong? I could be completely wrong there, but...
No land too far, no sea too wide. I'll find each and every ingredient you desire. As you command.
Greetings, Dragon Knight. What enchantment would you like me to search for? Immediately.
Anytime you want, I'll get it. I am at your command. At once, my liege.
At once, my liege. Should be treated at the hospital. Oh, so they're forcing it. They're trying to just force it on everybody now. And okay, well that tells you that this was never intended to treat any kind of spamdemic or any of that other bullshit. This is just some agenda that they have. I don't trust what's in that stuff. I know there's stuff in there that will actually kill some people. Yeah, not... What the fuck is this? Hermaphrodite. Oh, Okay, hermaphroditus. No pun with the name, of course. Will change your looks and even your gender if you want them to. Oh, in other words, hospitals can now refuse you? How insane is that? Wow. Denying medical care. My tax dollars pay for people to get medical care that don't pay any taxes. And they can vote people in to support that kind of legislation that forces me to pay for their livelihood while they provide and contribute nothing to the society I have to pay for. And I can be denied, and they don't have to have a vaccination coming in. Almost none of the people they're forcing across the border now into the U.S. glutting our population with people who aren't registered. They're not going. They're not. They can vote, but they don't have to pay taxes. They don't have to pay for medical care. They can get all of the benefits that my tax dollars pay for that are going to go to people who are actually needy, who can't get fed now because they are American citizens. You can't eat in America now because you're a citizen, while somebody who's not can come in and take your food that you have to pay for. Does anybody see the insanity in this? The absolute fucking insanity. Sorry, man. There's no sugarcoating any of that. You just can't.
Yes, my liege.
Oh, that's wow, that's a killer right there, actually. I think I'm gonna take that too. Wow. I don't even know what to say to that. If something bad comes about from them not treating that patient, though, I think they're gonna have to face legal repercussions. Because you're gonna find that there are still sane people in positions of authority, such as judges and leaders who haven't drank the Kool-Aid. All this is a result of drinking the Kool-Aid. You've completely drank the Kool-Aid now, and that's. Ask Jim Jones and the rest of those motherfuckers how that ended. It's drinking the Kool-Aid, like literally. Crazy. All right, let's go here because I want to go get this other skill point. That's crazy. No doubt, Steve. But they've shown already that the vaccination doesn't work. Not at least not for everybody. Like it does nothing to prevent the virus. And fearing it, it's rational. It's reasonable. No one's knocking that. No one's knocking that. Is the fear of pneumonia, the fear of some other things which have a much higher mortality rate than this virus. That's all we're saying here, Steve. If you did get vaccinated to give yourself some defense against this thing that I think they've way overhyped. They did not shut down the country for the swine flu. And the swine flu was the shit, if you remember. That was actually killing people. And I mean, it was killing people at a high rate. They didn't have to make up shit in the media to overstate how that was scary. They didn't shut down anything. This, they engineered a pandemic. If this was a pandemic, a third of the world's population would be dead already. If it was a pandemic. They've ruined that word like they've ruined the word racist. That's kind of my point. As far as getting yourself vaccinated to defend yourself against what is a potentially nasty bug that can have complications, especially towards certain ethnicities that tend to be more susceptible to some of the nastier elements of this virus and so on and so forth. Oh, absolutely. I'm not knocking any of that. Not knocking it at all. And yeah, it is all personal choice. But to create a media hype to destroy the middle economy globally, to globally destroy it, to come out with these Nazi-ass legislation to remove people's rights and use it as a smokescreen while they're doing a bunch of other bullshit in the background. A bunch of other really nasty stuff that has nothing to do with any virus or anything else. And the bottom line, if this virus was as nasty as they made it out to be, bro, it's been going on for 2 years now. Why hasn't this virus already naturally run its course? Part of it is the preventative measures. You let a virus run its course. Yeah, you treat it when you can, but if you just let it go, if it weren't for social media, this virus, this pandemic would have come and gone before anyone knew anything about it. The East wouldn't have heard about it from the West until it had already passed. It only had, what, a 2-week shelf life with people who caught it. And yet people will pass when they get sick with stuff. Yeah, they pass more. I think a lot more people pass from cancer. And you can get all off into that. A lot more people pass from pneumonia and the cold. And some of the complications that they're blaming on this virus have nothing to do with this virus. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. You can't trust any of the numbers. It's what they're doing. It's the propaganda. It's the scam. That's what we're talking about. As far as you defending yourself against something, nobody's knocking any of that or trying to make anyone feel foolish for taking care of themselves and their families and so on and so forth. Obviously, there's nothing that's bad to say about that. That's not even the issue. It's what they're doing, using this as a platform to enact a whole lot of other social and economic agendas that have nothing to do with the care and concern for anybody. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, exactly. Look at that bullshit. And that was done. It had to have been done on purpose because you don't do that on accident. You're being as dumb as a box of dicks on purpose when you do that. And that is to distract people from what's going on our southern borders. Since America is specifically involved in that snafu over there in friggin' Afghanistan, and all the women who were raped and sold into sex slavery, all the American citizens who have been killed, and all the numbers that they're not showing you, to really just put it, had Trump overseen this bullshit, which this would have never happened, but had Trump overseen this bullshit, what would the media be doing to him right now? They're even willing to say some bad things about Biden now. How much worse would it have been if someone with any kind of ethics, morality, or common sense were in office right now? How bad would it really be? How would the media really be treating that? Let's all just get real. Let's all just tell the truth. Well, that doesn't coincide with my political beliefs. It doesn't matter. It's still the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing compared to that, but it's all these things stacked. And you know what? You can't be doing all this intentional, wrong, evil shit by accident. You can't be. All of this is designed, and it all has one effect. Now you have the top 1%, and you will eventually have the bottom 99%, providing for the top 1%, or some means thereof, something like that. I mean, I guess maybe they have some other agendas in place. I don't know, but they just seem to want all the stuff, and this is a way to get it. If you put all the leaves on all the branches, all the scams and all the hustles and all the ripoffs done by all the legislation and all the laws that are passed and do all the things, if you put them all together and look at it as one big tree, there's a whole lot of people put under the shade of that tree. Think about it. And it's not shade. It's not protecting anybody. It's screwing over the very people that these legislations are designed to protect. That's the truth. What can be done about it? I don't know, but acknowledging it is a good point. I mean, if you were in a city and you saw your city surrounded and your city was about to be attacked, wouldn't you like to at least have a heads up so you can at least go hide in the sewers if you had to? So you'd at least know that it's happening? You won't like it. You're about to lose all your shit. You can't prevent that, but you might at least be able to save yourself. Maybe. That's, you know, that's kind of the point to acknowledging all this shit. What? There was phone call. No, there's nothing to see. But Trump just had a normal voice. Yeah. Oh, let's see. I need to find a place to turn into a dragon is what I'm looking for. I gotta get up here. Get up here. Let's get real now. Dragon time, y'all. Yeah. Now we can go look around a little bit. I don't use Dragon Shield. I don't know, maybe I should though. We'll see. I caught it twice. Well, the first time, there wasn't reliable testing because it was when all this shit exactly started. But when I caught it the second time, almost exactly a year later, it was identical to the first, to all the same symptom stuff, loss of taste and smell and all that weird shit. I was only actually sick where I was debilitated, aside from obviously just quarantining myself, keeping myself away, not knowing what the fuck was up with all this stuff. But as far as just being bedridden and unable to move or do anything, that lasted a couple days. Vitamin D? One of the vitamin Ds and some vitamin E, I think, were the two things that knocked that shit out. Symptomatic wise. I don't know why more people don't know about that too, but right. What happened to it, Numpty? Nothing else exists. Everything is Corona because you're making it Corona because you fabricated this thing. And I'm not saying there wasn't a genetically engineered, modified version of a virus that they named Corona. I'm not saying it didn't exist. I'm not flat earthing it or whatever. But what I'm saying is everything was manufactured around it. They had the warning signs and they had the stuff up before the first mention of Corona was out there. They were already printing this shit. The shit was by design. The reaction to it, all the dynamics surrounding it were by design. It was just an excuse. It really wasn't even an excuse. They just made it one. My excuse is the excuse I made to use it as an excuse. And I'm the sheriff, so you can't get anybody to investigate the crimes I'm committing, which is what they did. Right? You cannot get anybody to investigate the crimes that the sheriff is committing. Because it's the sheriff committing the crimes. The only one that can investigate them is the sheriff. There you go. The only people you can go to stop it are the people doing it. Well, guess what? They can say what they want. And so it is. That's just truth, you know. Anyway, all right, we got some stuff. And you know what I say? Since we've now all been enlightened into the inner depths of the conspiracy, should we all just go get a drink then? Shots time? What, can't interrupt shots with, you know, unimportant shit like this. All right. Remind you not to drunkenly. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay, Steve. Just remember to say to yourself, drunken Texas and X's are no good. Drunken Texas and X's. All right. All right, guys. This is my last beer. This is all I have. And it is way too late to do a beer run. Even if I could, I still would not be able to. So we'll have to make this count. All right, guys. Cheers. I gotta get up here, I think. Go. There's another chest around here somewhere. There's a raft. There's an achievement for it too. There's like this raft that's out here, kind of in the middle of the nowhere. I don't remember exactly where it's at. I did find it for the achievement though. Anyway. We've lost our music for some reason. Alright, so now this book that he wants, we're just going to use it for ourselves because that's what we do. Find it. Is it here? Oh, there it is.
This book is filled with wondrous magic, ready to be used, but lost in the process.
I'll just have to learn from that.
You feel enlightened by the book's magic, but it evaporates in your hands.
I love what this dude says, too. It's funny.
Ah, good to see you again. How goes the ascent to Ulfmar?
Very well. I managed to board the ship, where I found a book full of powerful magic. I used it, of course, which caused it to evaporate.
What? How could you? You must have known the book would vanish. That's what magical books do.
But they both want stuff. Yeah. Isn't that... Yeah.
So much I could have learned from it. I'd have been the talk of the town.
Yeah.
And you cared only for yourself. Go on then. Go find more treasure and magic to absorb.
Oh, I will, thanks.
But leave me alone.
Go find more treasure and magic to absorb. Sure thing. You got it. There we go. Wait, Steve, did you actually just say suckle at your teat? let's forget everything else and just acknowledge exactly how you put that.
But you may use the stone to instantly travel to your battle tower.
That's what we're gonna focus on. Suckle at your teat. Oh shit. That's awesome. Nothing else really matters, but just how you said that. Just saying. That's how I gotta be level 20. Yeah. I'm gonna be what? Level 22. It's like, okay, this better. These fucking hands better stand up to the test of time here then. All right, let's look at this headpiece here. See, Look at this, raises everything. The only thing that's lowered is my vitality. And I got vitality charms. I think I do. Yeah. Put that minor damage charm in there too. Sell the rest of this shit. Shitta. So I really like that necklace. Can't wear that yet. I'll tell you what, Steve. Just rip the damn filters off and smoke half of it. That'll turn it into 10 smokes. That'll double your. That'll turn your quarter pack into a half pack if you just rip the filters off and smoke them half at the time. No one here's gonna judge you if you get a roach clip for the very end of your very last cigarette either. That's probably not funny, but it's funny. Just saying, you know, that's totally legit. Oh, Lady Lurin, you missed it. I don't. The other night, you said huzzah, you know, you do when Mubot doesn't shoot you in the face. Somebody in the game said huzzah. I don't remember who it was, but you had just left. Like, man, I don't think you. I think you logged off like maybe 10 minutes before it happened, and I was like, oh wow, Lady Lauren should have been here. Maybe it'll happen again if I can find him.
Go get him, boy.
Bitch. I need more magic defense. Wow, look at that.
Oh, I don't feel too good. I can't use this.
Remember how much easier this was? 2660. 2660. What the fuck? I can't kill these guys. Like, I can't burn up a potion every kill. It is Nightmare though, so I can't. I wasn't playing on Nightmare last playthrough.
Impossible.
Oh, I'm doing damage though.
Not yet.
You know, I'm not real familiar with it either. Believe it or not, I actually know a couple of the charter captains that are here in Galveston, but there's probably, it's not like a big organized thing. They just have a boat and they know where to go to fish, and they'll take people out, and they have a cooler, you know, so they can provide drinks. And I think one of them even has a boat big enough for a small bar and things like that, and they'll stock that, and you know, so on and so forth. But I think it might be worth asking, if it's something you really just wanted to do, if there's a list of potentials who are in town and are looking for other people to kind of, you know, band together with to split some of the cost. A captain might have a list of regulars or vacationers or people that are around that are like, well, if anybody else is interested in going out, but then you'd be stuck out on the water with randoms, which I would think a lot of people probably wouldn't want to do, but it still might be a thing. I mean, I don't know. I'm with you. I wouldn't know what to do with that. It's not something I do. 800 for the charter. They go here in Galveston where I'm at. They go as low as I've seen it for as low as I want to say like they usually won't go out for anything less than 450 or 5. I want to say I saw actually one of the places I go to. There's an ad, and I know the guy whose ad it was, and he offers all kinds of stuff. If you want to go out there for a like a service, funeral type service thing, you know, to lay out somebody's ashes or something on the water, or if you want to go fish, or if you just want to go out and make a day of it and stock the bar and just go out with some of your friends. And there's different prices, but I think it says like starting from 450 or 550 or something like that. I'd have to look at it again, but their damage has increased so significantly here, it's ridiculous.
Hello there. I'm Crab, Mine Prospector.
Crab's mind is filled with facts and figures about all kinds of stones and ores, but red ore specifically. No doubt from now on, you'll be able to find this precious commodity more quickly and easily.
By prospecting, of course. I was sent to check if a mine that was closed after some accidents 2 years ago might still be viable for excavation.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, just call around and see, you know, because even if, okay, let's say the charter, the cheapest one you find is 800, and there's one for 1100, but you already got 4 people looking for a 5th. Fuck, you just saved $500, right? And might make a friend, or you know, you never know. You could be miserable out there with people you have nothing in common with. I guess technically that could happen, but odds are most people looking to go out and have a good time are going to try real hard to have a good time, and so it'd probably be pretty cool.
Perhaps you could get rid of that vermin.
Oh, I hope it works.
You
Find
sure
something
look
like
capable
that.
enough. They'll have a leader, so chop off its head, and the rest will be as good as gone. If you look out to sea from here, it's just around that headland. I don't have a boat, however, so it might be a bit of a problem to get.
Oh, don't worry, I'm a dragon.
Be safe now.
Don't worry. I got this. I've got to find a way to... No, I seriously doubt it. Yeah. Who else is there but people doing the same thing you're doing? Same here. You get caught up with... You go anywhere with random people. You can go to a restaurant and somebody might just be sitting there just eating lunch or something by themselves or something. And they'll look over and they'll try to start up a conversation just to be nice. It's all old school and shit. Right? Yeah, we have a bit of that here too. I really don't think people in general just try to suck on purpose. I think people actually... There's always assholes, but... If you don't go do anything on the off chance that there might be an asshole, you aren't ever going to do anything, right? You aren't going to get around it. Shit.
Go get him, boy.
Nice. Okay. Every single goblin is a trial now. Are y'all noticing that? Like, at no point does the game really let you make it. We've really got to get our defenses up. Like, drastically. Magic defense is going to be a must-have. And now all of a sudden, all these little caves and shit, each one's going to be like an ordeal. It's going to actually be meaningful. You're not just going to go in and just kick everything's ass anymore. One or two more enemies and we're actually going to level. But I think we're going to start saving between each fight now. Could also turn into a dragon and heal. Like that. Damn, your magic mana regen is huge. There we go.
Arise,
Go get him, boy.
Doesn't do a thing.
Fuck you. Still didn't level. Son of a bitch.
I can't.
Killed my fucking... He killed my little bro. Hey, Captain, what's going on, man? Sorry, I'm in the middle of every single enemy can basically one-shot me now. Yeah, you like that? You really need a creature around.
I can't.
There we go.
Oh, I don't feel too good.
Fuck you. I'm in the middle of fucking... whatever, man. That's so bullshit. Ugh. That's ridiculous.
I can't use this.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. So knockdown is huge with unarmed. Rest in peace. Thanks, man. Thanks. Appreciate it.
No good. I'll have to walk.
Get a free heal. Alright, let me save. I'm gonna have to save after every enemy for a while, man. We're at that awkward moment where we finally got to raise a few of our skills, but now our gear is like being outscaled. And I think there's a couple skills which I might find a whole lot more useful than
Arise, my pet.
Life Leech. And I can't put anything on weapons because I'm not using weapons. That's a problem.
I can't.
Nice.
I can't. No good. I'll have to walk.
I figure out where I was.
Arise, my pet.
Bitch. Putting these beads on him. Putting the damn things on him. I love the knockdown on that. It went from 2,000 something to 500. You see that shit? Oh, kung fu on his ass. I think I can talk to this guy. Merchant or something. Oh, doing your shot? Alright. Cheers, man. I'm nursing my last beer because I know you have shots, so there you go.
Oh, we made it! Luckiest laundry day. Yes, of course. I'm still a bit nervous, though. Listen, take this, yes? Least I can do. Least I can do. Phew! I'm off, then. Thank you, Slayer.
1,000 gold. The hell is he doing? What level are we? Level 20. Okay. Now it's getting real. Yeah, yeah. Now what's up? Old Brimstone Paws himself. Yes. Get rid of that. Oh, kung fu on his bitch ass. Yeah, yeah. I would kind of like to see the next election time roll around. I'd kind of like to see that governor for Florida go up for it. I think that might wind up being a pretty good thing. Because what he's had to work with all the cultural diversity and everything else within his state, not only to keep the peace and not only keep it conservative enough, and I think conservative and liberal now, I think those words have been so skewed and so propagandized and so mislabeled and overused and everything else that it's really just about just right and wrong, you know. Nikki, hey, I don't know who that is. I didn't care one way or another for him as a person, but I like the idea of a politician really not taking shit and trying to do something for his country instead of destroy it. I like that idea, and I like the idea of doing what you said you would do, even if I didn't agree with every policy, which I can't think of a lot that I really didn't agree with. But the stuff that he did try to do, and he faced so much adversity. I mean, God, the worst opposition that he had to face was within our own government. They did everything they could to keep him from undoing the shit that was poisoning the country. And so that, you know, that says a lot for the powers that be. But a house divided against itself like that can't stand. It can't. So, yeah. But yeah, you want someone like that. I'll tell you someone who was fucking hated, and they tried to toss him out several times, and they even tried to sell out to the enemy to undermine him, and that was Churchill. For example, didn't have to like him. I don't give a fuck. I'm not coming over to your house for Christmas anyway. President is not going to have me over to the White House for Christmas. I'm not that important. Don't have to like you. But if you're doing something that's going to lay a foundation that my children or the next generation can actually live with, then I can't knock that, you know? It really had nothing to do with politics. Just common sense, I thought. Getting caught up in all the little side stuff that really has no, I like him. I don't give a fuck whether you like him or not. I didn't like him. I don't care about that either. What did he do? It's what you're doing that says everything about who you are, right? Exactly. They did everything they could. It's like they did everything they could to sell out to the Nazis, to basically pull a, I guess a Sweden type of thing, which they weren't going to be able to do. Germany wanted that little island, and they were gonna get it. But, yeah. Anyway. Politics is always a hot topic, and I'm not necessarily one of those that needs to shy away from it, because if the truth offends, then you're just going to be offended no matter what anyway, right? That's the way I kind of view it.
Not yet.
We're getting a lot more drops. Have you noticed that? Nice. Still getting 2,200 from these assholes, though. That's good. One more level, and it'll probably drop down to about maybe 1,000. Who will bring people together? You know what? You know what, Steve? That's always a good goal. You remember the famous speech where it was, can't we all just get along? And you know what the answer is? No. And that has nothing to do with me or you or our desire to get along, our desire to have peace instead of war and stuff, but war is necessary. I'm just going to throw this at you. I said this out loud in a shop in California, and they all but kicked me out for saying this, because I read something on a shirt, and I said, and it came to my mind, I said, war is necessary. It gets rid of the assholes who enjoy killing peace-loving people. You have assholes. Bringing people together and getting rid of the divisiveness. The people who control who you have in office have an agenda working to make sure that all the divisions are there, with all the insanity to make sure that nobody sees the basic common sense that would actually get rid of it. All that is smokescreen now. And so people's minds are so diluted, they get caught up in shit that doesn't matter. And it creates diversity and division and so on and so forth. The most racist people are the ones crying racist all the time. And that hypocrisy is something they would never be able to admit. Therefore, they're going to keep doing it. They can't be fixed. You can't bring people together who won't come together. No, there's no man that's going to save you from division. It just doesn't exist. Because people are doing this to themselves. Oh, they may have a political platform, or they may have a little slogan, or they may have a title, or they may have a banner over themselves that gives them an excuse to do the insanity that they're doing. But people are doing what they do. Nobody's going to stop that, and there's always going to be somebody to fuel that fire. And no president, no succession of presidents, no matter how good they are, no cabinets, no congresses, as if no senators, as if there were such a good thing, right? Is ever going to undo that, because there are assholes. There's just bad people. Well, everybody's good, inherently good. History proves the opposite 100% of the time. Like, there's not even an exception, that there's just bad people. And dealing with those bad people is a necessity, or else those bad people grow like a cancer. It is what it is, you know? I mean, it sucks. Well, that's not nice. Well, no, it's not nice, but it's still the truth. Not liking it doesn't make it less true, you know? Now promoting good people and working for good and doing it for the sake of being good, one good person can outweigh 100 bad people, but sometimes that means kicking some ass. And you got to have somebody that's willing to do that, not lift up your enemy hoping that they'll leave you alone. Well, you've murdered all of my innocent civilians. If I just give you more money for free, maybe you'll just stop. So they take that money and buy more guns to kill you faster, because they're assholes. They're just assholes. Well, I don't think they should be assholes. That doesn't stop them from being assholes. You know, that's, people think they have a bubble now. They have, well, I don't think it should be, so therefore it's not. No, it still is. You're just delusional. That's really what it's come down to now, and it's kind of where we're at. People need to, by choice, think for themselves, and they're trained from an early age. That's why we have an educational system in place. They're trained not to think for themselves. That's obvious because people believe something that the news says, ever. And if you do that, then you've already drank, you've at least had a sip of the Kool-Aid. I mean, come on, man. How foolish is it to believe someone who basically tells you while they're lying to you that it's the truth, and you know they're lying to you, and they tell you not to believe it's a lie because they said so. And you believe it anyway because you're supposed to. Yeah, that's you know. How insane is that? And that's where just about everybody is now. I think there's some truth to that, huh? You know. The son of a bitch. No, I'm sick of you. Beat his ass. Left hook, right hook.
There is a presence. Another one to add to the collection. The waterfall.
I think there's a whole lot to be said for someone being particularly responsible for themselves, for their morality, for your ethics, and so on and so forth. Being responsible for that, taking care of that. If you're the only one in a room thinking a certain way, but you believe yourself to be right, have enough gumption and fortitude to stand on that and say, no, this is right. Now, it's not always wise to state an opinion and alienate yourself from say, a place of work, for example. It's no need to just get out there and state my position. Come what may, I'm just going to let everybody know exactly where I'm at. Well, unless it's just mandatory or necessary for your own survival, it's probably not a good idea to fuck over your own paycheck stating an opinion that's not going to change anybody else's mind just because you feel fanatical about something. A lot of people do that. Not just in a work situation, but in a lot of situations, and they get themselves alienated, and they tend to speak out over here where if they get their point across, it's still really not going to make a difference, right? But one can be responsible for oneself and have enough wisdom to know who you're dealing with and how they might be reached. And if you have no way to reach them, no point in alienating them, no point in burning a bridge that you or somebody else could walk across later to maybe help the next guy. We can only really be responsible for ourselves as far as that goes, right? It's kind of the don't throw pearls before swine. There you go. That type of thing. If you already know they're going to take your pearls and just run them through the mud with all the other shit that they're feeding on right now, it's just going to be just another thing to snuffle about. Why bother? All right, let's go. Let's go do some dragon shit. Yeah. This is what's her face. We might as well find her real quick. We'll probably wind up doing this later.
Excuse me, traveler, but might you be one of the four?
As in the Fab Four?
What? No. I mean, did you discover a note and part of a seal in your house recently? I meant seal as in sigil, of course.
Have you found parts of a seal in your house? No, I haven't found any animal parts in my house. Can you say that with a straight face?
The note told of great treasure in an old tomb somewhere here in the Oribus Fjords, and of 3 other explorers with parts of the seal. We must unite at the tomb and claim the riches. Now that you know of it, perhaps you can find the others. This is a dangerous area and some may have perished. I'm off to locate the tomb. Hopefully I'll meet you there later.
See ya.
No good. I'll have to walk.
Excuse me. Shit. go talk to Bro right here. This is Blind Bro.
I see you not, yet I know you are there. Who approaches Simeon the philosopher? Linger?
Thank you.
I do not linger here, I assure you, Dragon Knight. Yes, I know what you are.
That was a good one.
A human, imbued by the insight of the great old eyes. Never before have I felt a degree of intellectual jealousy.
You ever sneeze so hard that your toenails grew about 2 millimeters? Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I sit and I think.
I have a quarter of my beer left, so I will finish it with your shot, Steve.
I am here to contemplate life and death, and I have done so for more than
Beer.
8 centuries.
Beer's gone, but hey. It's good while it lasted.
Philosophy has always been my greatest passion, and after having discovered the key to a 1,000-year life, I came here to dedicate my existence to thought. Alas, around my 400th year, I lost my eyesight. My body still aged, it seemed, faster than I thought. A generous offer. To be able to see again, it would be a precious gift indeed. As precious as the only known cure, in fact. But if you should bring me 2 malachite gems, I know of an incantation.
He asked for a lot, too.
transform them
Malachite gems are like the most
into
rare, precious thing in the whole game.
These gems are extremely rare indeed, and worth much gold. Still, should you give them to me freely, your reward would not be insubstantial. You are kind, friend, and you bring an old man hope. Hope for something he thought would never be his again. Goodbye. May you find what you seek.
Blind Bro. Okay, I'm not redoing all this shit. Check that. Die. Bitches. Yeah, that shit's all the way up to...
That bunker looks like it's well protected, probably for good reason.
I know you can get in there, but I think... It might be this one. Should get me inside. Yeah, right? Imagine if everybody else was still here. There'd be like 20 of us just chilling. Yeah, Numpty, this soundtrack, I go to sleep to this one. Put this on in the background. It's right in there with,
Well. Look who we have here.
Why? Is the Dragon Knight, my dear. Ensnared by the Black Ring and unable to shapeshift into its fire-spewing self.
Fire-spewing self.
How kind the serpent is, my sweet, to so openly walk into our little trap, almost like it wants to be slaughtered.
Quite considerate indeed, my darling. Which is why I would suggest we return the courtesy.
You're always the gentleman, my cherished, and I quite agree. Come,
These two
let us
perverts.
see what music it makes when we pierce its flesh.
Then we'll drink its blood by the fire, my precious, and make jubilant love.
Little TMI there. Oh. I dead in chat. Oh shit.
Go get him, boy. Not yet.
No more magic from me, I'm afraid.
Not yet.
Oh, my wounds are grave.
Got her. Woo, first try, guys. It's unarmed shit. I think if you were to optimize your build, I don't know. Like I look at there's a couple skills. I think. Oh shit. Well, you had 5 left about an hour ago, so yeah, you're doing good. Check this out. So there was this one over here. It's lifesteal, life leech. But if you look at it, it's a 10% chance. Now you do get to strike more often with melee. So I'm thinking that would really benefit you more than maybe some other play styles. Like with a two-handed weapon, you swing much slower. Dual wielding, you swing slower. And I don't think it procs for each individual hit. You swing both weapons and it combines the damage, but I don't think it counts separately. If it does, then that would be a way to do it. They are showing dual wielding during the little movie here to show the skills, so... But if dual wielding's one thing, unarmed is even better, because you're hitting just that much more often. But you're doing slightly less damage. Well, actually a lot less damage per hit, but you have more chances to proc that. So you really want to get that 7% up to more like 15%, but you only got so many skills to go around. To put 5 or 10 points into that means that's points that you don't have to spend in something else. I don't know. I think maybe I'll put something in there. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. Now we're starting to get some real shit. Yes. Yes. Actually, I'll get a chance to look at Bleed for free, actually. Need to go kick some... Lady Lyran's off to kick somebody's ass. Apparently a tenant is getting out of line.
No, halt. You win, dragon. We surrender.
What? No, we won't, you rotten coward.
The dragon just killed Lord John and Lady Kara. You really think we can take it down?
Yeah. We surrender. And we'll trade with you. I have unique magics to offer.
And I, the best the ring smiths can fashion. We have a deal, dragon.
May it be the damned one's will.
These dudes.
Another one to add to the collection. Another one to add to the collection.
Turn these damn dragon bubbles off. Yeah. Well, that's gone.
Dragon, demon, it's all the same to me. Good, good.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, I guess I can keep that. Alright, I gotta find the key. I don't remember which one offers it, though.
Is it trading you're after? We were sent because of you. Damien the Great chose the King and Queen of Poenari Castle. But he did not expect you to be so strong, and neither did Lord John and Lady Cara. If I must...
Those might be kind of nice. Alright. Level 4, level 16. Okay. Range 3. 7. There's magic protection 8. Yeah, I think I'll take those. Alright, I gotta mind read one of these assholes.
Need some magic. Soon as it turns its back on me, I'll slit its throat. No! No.
I'll slit its
That's
throat.
a joke.
You don't.
Stupid thought. Don't get mad, Dragon. I'll lower my prices. That's right. Davians will.
It's this one. So it's the first one, alright.
Yes.
Well, now I know.
As long as the dragon doesn't find the girl, we can still have her later. Ah, tricks. Dirty mind tricks. She's a champion. The only one we didn't kill because she's pretty. Lord John and Lady
Teamers.
Cara, they like
Oh,
her.
yeah, we've been back for a minute. I got it back up as soon as I could. Just Comcast again, just shutting my shit down. You know how they do it.
I could tell you what they planned for her, but I don't want you to retch all over me. Behind the door, downstairs. But the key, that I... Forever?
There we go. We'll be keeping these for a little while. Nice. Alright, now we got a little bit of stuff. Just a little bit stronger. Let me do this too. You can go where you choose. So like if you want to go check out all your things, if you like finish a quest for one of your platform operators, you can go talk to them. Come back here and see if your runner's got you
your
anything.
exquisite ingredient. My duty and my pleasure, great lord and master. As you command.
Success. Here you go. Immediately.
I brought you the exquisite gem you desired, O dragon.
Oh, dragon.
Thank you, kind commander. Here is the gem. At once, my liege.
You see what you get. You don't usually just get one. You usually get several. I sent them out after pearl, ginseng, and gold. We can just use those as we get better equipment. We'll just. Oh, hey, thanks for the sub. Thanks, guys. I don't think Sasan will have anything that I need right now. Just go ahead and get rid of my creature. Let me see. No, I don't need anything. I don't think I do. Let's just go see real quick. I got all the keys.
Yes, my liege?
Oh, yes. Nice.
See you later.
Hold on, I got all my keys. I know I did. So why can't I open this one? I should have one last key from that last chest. Unless I didn't open the... Man, Steve? Oh, what was that for? Oh, man. Thank you. Man, it's not just me, Steve. I really appreciate it. That's, yeah. I need life funding right now. Life funding. There you go. That's what we should just call it. Maybe you might have coined a phrase right there. Just life funding. I think it's everyone here that makes this that makes this place chill as fuck, right? I think it's everybody. I don't think I went back to my necromancer and opened that chest. That's what I think happened. And it's got the key to the chest in my whatchamacallit. Is the chest still closed over? No, shit. Never mind. Alright, well, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go to... There's no chest in the alchemist, I know that. I opened the chest in the training area. I think. I opened the chest in the training area. There's a key. Unless I left it... I don't know. Life funding hype. There you go. That's what we'll call it. Life funding hype. I didn't open this one, did I? I didn't open this one. I'm an idiot. There it is. That's right there.
Another one to add to the collection.
We go here, and then we go back to the throne room. Wow, thanks, man. The dojo. Yes. And actually, I believe you can leave and keep coming back and get your runners to basically gather as much shit as you want. But a lot of times they'll get hurt. About, I don't know. I don't know what the chances are. We gave them the best armor and weapons, so the chance is supposed to be lower. But they seem to get hurt pretty often anyway. But you can keep leaving and coming back. And they should just keep gathering your shit. But you got to go to your alchemist to heal them each time they get hurt.
Yes, my liege?
We'll see if she has something different. I'm just curious. No.
See you later.
See you later. Sweet. See, that's nice. If that had critical chance on it, if it was epic, it probably would have critical chance, or just a shit ton of hit points, or mana points, or something. Oh, these are really nice, actually. These are like really nice. I'll take all that shit anyway. Then, when you leave here, you just go back to where you came from. It's kind of cool. Hold on. Got to do it the other way. Actually, I think you can just use the dragon stone for that. I think you use this. There you go. To just leave. And then we can come back. Hey, what's up, Jay? What's going on? I heard you were having some fun with VR. Making that an experience. Steve's talked everyone into drinking with him tonight. Everyone that has beer. We no longer have beer now because, yeah, we can thank Steve for that. Yeah, you know what? Thanks for that, Steve. I appreciate that. Part of that life funding will go to replace the beer that I have so irresponsibly consumed over the last 2 or 3 days. We'll make a beer run out of that.
Magic,
there we go.
Good, good.
All right, let's see if he's got anything different. I don't think he re-upped his shit. I think these guys only re-up their shit when you level. I think that's how that works. There you go. All right. Alright, so we gotta go find this key real quick. Should be down here, and there's gonna be all these keep up. Beer is, I don't know, man. It's gotten kind of expensive. I mean, I guess it's always kind of has been, but I mean, sometimes it's been $11, $12 a six pack. I just don't then. I either get something I don't want or just don't. But every blue moon, this new Yangling beer that's around here now. From what I understand, it's been around like forever, but you can find it relatively cheap. I think because they're trying to promo it. Nice. Because we burned up all the beer. I had a few beers from today that I brought home with me. And I ran those over. I guess I'll try to get some. I don't know if I'll make I don't know, we'll see. I can't keep splurging. It is fun though. Yeah, everything is really outrageous, really. Honestly, it's not just one thing, it's everything, right?
Go get him, boy.
both? Nice. These dudes are assholes on Nightmare. But these hands are starting to hold up. You notice that? Yeah. 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 What's our next upgrade going to be? 107% damage when fighting in unarmed is increased by 107%. I don't know what's that's based off of though. Like, I mean, if you look at our right? I'm here till Saturday, so let me know what your beer budget needs are. Well, if I show up with beer tomorrow, then we'll just get it on again. I'm here until Saturday. That's nice. Hey, say, Steve, because I've only seen it in movies, but what's your wherever you're staying at? What's your hotel like? Is it one of like the bungalow type things, or is it one of the big high-rise Hilton type things, or is it more of a resort type thing? I can only imagine. I want to go see. I'm going to Florida at some point, someday. I'll put that on my bucket list. The 107% of what? That's of what? That's what I want to know. Like, what is the base damage we're talking about? And I'm sure it goes up as you level to keep the game relevant. It's huge increases. I mean, like this one will be 107, which is 13%, but the next one is liable to be 125. Like sometimes they jump in huge increments. Not really sure how the calculations are. I'm still killing slower than I was with like a good solid two-handed weapon, for example. Oh, nice. Fuck.
Bring it on.
I'm still hitting for 100, so I guess that 100% is essentially 50. An unarmed punch now at level 20 is about 50. It started out the game, it was 1 to 2, so now it's probably like 48 or 49 to 50. So I guess it goes up 2.5 to 3 points per level. So by level 30, we should be hitting for a base solid 75, 80, maybe. You multiply that by the attack rate and the number of times you can proc a specific effect. Like all the really cool things in the warrior tree, like lifesteal and mana steal, each hit procs that effect. And if you can get the damage up on each hit, I think you can get a return that's better than it would be with actual weapons. That's what it seems like to me. I don't know. I mean, if you were to do the math, I don't think anything beats dual wielding or pure magic anyway. But I think this can be viable. Anyway, I'll be back in a second. too late for coffee now, too. Everything shuts down at night. Oh, really? Oh, fuck that. Garden style? Oh, 3-star. Oh, okay. Yeah. Pools and tiki bars. Oh, shit. After hours, are the tiki bars, like, all, like, closed off and shit? Or when you're enjoying the pool after hours, maybe go raid the bar after hours as well? Just, you know, might as well. Beat their ass. Get off me. Get off me, boy.
I can't.
Damn, these dudes are like cockroaches down here. All right, Lady Lauren. We'll see you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Oh, hey, thanks for the host, Jay. I just noticed that. Everything closing. You can buy it till 2, but there's no place to buy it, right? Oh, we have convenience stores here. You know what? I think we have more convenience stores per square mile in Texas than most states have, like, period. We'll have convenience stores next to convenience stores. Circle K's, and which are basically Valero, and then all your little mom and pop ones, and then the Exxon, every Exxon Mobil, Chevron, you name it, they always have a store attached. 99% of the time they're open 24 hours, so. Let me save this. Anyway, good night, Lady Lauren. Thanks. See you next time. Oh, kung fu on his ass. Yeah. This kung fu shit is getting real again. That's what it is. Yeah. It's kind of it's really not balanced, because early on it was actually kind of easy. You guys remember that? We were beating the shit out of everybody, which was fun. And their damage output wasn't really all that high. And then we got to Sentinel Island, and all of a sudden everybody's damage fucking quadrupled, and our damage, it took like 50 punches and 10 kicks to kill anything, and it was like, okay, well, the game just balanced itself. And there's some more of these assholes around here, probably. And now since we got here and we were able to raise our skills, you can get your skills up to either 13 or 15. And so we're going to want every single point in Unarmed, obviously. And I don't know how many points we're going to have left for the other stuff that I think would actually really be helpful. Like lifesteal. Even though it's a low chance, just every once in a while, if that procs and you're getting good damage and you have your critical chance up, you're going to get enough life and mana back that it's going to actually be worth it. Alright, there's that cave. So what we really want to do is get to the fjord down here, I guess.
Why shouldn't I keep it? It brings out my eyes.
Your eyes are pretty enough without that ring on your finger. It's just not proper.
A body washed up on the beach and I took this beautiful ring from it. I mean, I'm sorry the poor man's dead and all that, but it's not like he has any use for it anymore.
Karen, how can you be so uncaring? You must find out who this man is and return the ring to his family. Well spoken, Slayer. Come, Karen. We have some detective work to do.
Oh, all right. I guess it's the proper thing to do. Pity though. How it sparkles.
We didn't.
You big goody, you.
You goody. You goody, you. Oh, we could have kept the ring. I think I would have had any need for it, to be honest.
Arise, my pet.
What you running for, bitch?
I can't. Not yet.
Gotcha, bitch. Oh, nice. Take that.
I sense something near here. A very powerful being. Sheer might.
Okay, we don't want to go in that cave right now. That would not be wise. They have some archers in there with explosive arrows that... Yeah. Dark Souls. Yeah, it seems like it. Until you find until you find the good shit, and you basically one or two shot something, and you're like, oh my god, where did that come from? Dark Souls, man. Part of the beauty of that is it is what it is. It's as balanced or unbalanced as it is. It's always going to be that. So if you come in with some super overpowered shit and just run everything over, okay. And if you come in with a fucking broken dagger and try to kill shit and get wrecked, okay. It's up to you. Do what you want. That is one of the beauties to that.
From hell. Arise, my pet.
Oh, nice. agree on that one. Yeah. Wah! Voice is Edie? No. I believe it's the same voice as Alan Shear in Kingdoms of Amalur. Although that may be the same person. I'm not... Yeah, okay, so maybe.
You? Listen, I haven't much time.
Nice. Enough time for a convenient last breath, I see.
The goblins.
You could do that Dragon Age Origins asshole mode.
Oh my gut. Leaving me to die slowly. Kill them. Kill their beholder leader. I want revenge. Oh.
So I got a skill point out of that. No shit. Man, let me have that. I really want a point in life leads. I think seems like that's gonna make a difference. Maybe not. So if I hit for 100, I'm only getting 7 points of health. I don't see that. Seems like you got to put at least 5 points into this. Get it up to about a 15 or 20% chance of getting, 20% of your damage done. Not gonna have that many skill points left, really. Certainly won't have enough for that, too. I don't know.
Impossible.
I kung fu the shit out of him. Those fucking roundhouse kicks and shit.
Another one to add to the collection.
Bitch. We're all cursed. Honestly, I think we can go take advantage of this. Want some of this? Gotcha. I think we can level up again. I really do. I love how you spin into your somersault.
Arise, my pet. Whack on.
Little shits. Get some battle leggings. We could buy a Malachite gem from this dude up here too. I think it's just one though. Hell, if it's two, then go finish that quest.
Stand aside, Seeker. A champion of Alaroth is passing through.
The impertinence. It is you, sir, who will let an officer of the New Order pass.
Never, sir. Never. We do not move out of the way of lesser soldiers.
Lesser.
Lesser? Stand back now, sir, lest you want my boot to make you.
So sorry to interrupt, but you kids will have to make room for the true elite.
Arrogant twit. You think you're so much better than us, don't you?
Come, sir, let us teach this slayer. Our orders infinitely surpass that of the lizard hunters.
Everybody's got an ego.
How very mature that was.
How very mature.
Impossible. Doesn't do a thing.
Oh. How very mature of you.
Another one to add to the collection.
Said we could level up one more time. Bumped it to 121. Oh, it's right now it's 107. Your resistances drastically go up as you level up too. So like a level 8 enemy isn't going to hit you near as hard. Even though he's technically hitting you for the same thing.
Carlton's the name. Merchant.
Admiral Hackett was Bishop from Aliens? Oh, no shit. Oh, that's cool. Maxos Mallet, level 30. It's one-handed. Oh, look at that. Oh my god. 3 charm slots, like, oh, so that's sick. For a critical chance. I'll have to buy that though. There we go.
I'm just passing through, but you can come then.
Oops. Well, that'd be funny if you got another Malachite gem for... They're gone now. That's the only chance you get for that.
Another one to add to the collection.
I have almost $4 grand a piece for these assholes. Still? They hit hard. They hit really hard though.
My wrath.
Oh, God, these things are worth a fortune. Running from us. We're gonna level up again? Maybe. I think that's what this is kind of designed for. Figure if you can kill him, then you earned it. That's oh my gosh. What was keep being alright, thanks man. Oh, is that because I can't do shots with you? Man. Thanks, man. Wow. That's really kind of you. Super generous. don't even know what to say, man. That's... How about the awesome part? But I'll take it. It's great. Making it rain. Hold up. Steve's out there in Florida going like this. Are you out on the balcony around all the tiki huts and shit? Fucking with a... Do they have the torches? Hold on, I gotta ask. Do they have the torches? You know, the, I think they call them tiki torches. You know, little split bamboo looking things with the... I mean, you gotta have those everywhere, right? Along the walkways and shit like that. They do? Oh. Okay, I totally want to see it now. I'm super jealous. I'm super jealous. That sounds amazing. Wow. Sounds like you picked a good one anyway. Really?
From hell.
Oh, and watch, my creature's gonna die right here too. I'm telling you, this unarmed shit. Oh yeah, well. Tell them, unfortunately for them, they only get a week of you. If they were lucky, you'd just go ahead and move in. That's what I'd tell them. Like, totally. I totally would. Alright, so, assuming we can, stream tomorrow. Sorry for the late start tonight. Tomorrow it's gonna be late. Supposed to go meet some people. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe it'll be earlier. If I'm lucky, it'll be earlier. Anyway, but either way, I'll make my beer run for tomorrow because I already know what it is. Apparently, this is like you say the rest of the week. So all right. Although I do hope at some point you do manage to get
Arise, my
a charter. So if you're busy, we'll totally understand. We'll assume you're out there being the terror of all the swordfish in the Atlantic. Oh, beating their ass. Suck on that. Take that. This is nice. See, man, like, I could totally picture, at least from what little I've seen of Florida, and once again, it's, you know, it's all movies and stuff, right? I haven't been there, but I can totally see hanging out. I still want to see the moon. The moon over the water in Florida. Still want to see that. Well, it's just something I've heard of, so I want to say that I saw it once. Sit out there and drink some really stupid fancy drink with like an umbrella and half a basket of fruit stuck around the rim of it and a straw about that long. Okay, I just want one of those. Oh, that's not good.
Doesn't do a thing.
Gotcha, bitch. Leveled again. You believe this shit?
Impossible. Bring it on.
Wow. Wow. That just sounds really cool. I remember kind of a different thing, but it was neat. And remember I was telling you about Redondo Beach, where my grandparents were. You could look down over the pier, but you could also see out there to oh, you probably know the name. Oh, Catalina Island. You could, well, nighttime. It seems like there was some light over there. There was something you could see of that. It's kind of hard to make it out, the difference between that and the end of the headland as it went out. You know, the cliffs and mountains and stuff as it curved around. You can see all the houses up there. It's really nice at night. Anyway, I'd say 300 days out of the year, after dark, the temperature would always drop and the breeze would always pick up. So you could, and they lived on the 3rd floor, so you could step out and there was always this nice cool breeze, and the traffic was at a bare minimum, right? You may have a few cars rolling by here, and there was just a lot of lights and a lot of stuff, and it was just nice, you know. Yeah, you know, no tiki huts and tropical atmosphere, and you know, waitresses and bikinis and all that other nonsense. But it was still really cool. It was pleasant. It was pleasant, especially that cool, crisp breeze that was always coming off the ocean at that time of night, all the way into the early morning. It was fantastic. Used to really like that. Channel Islands? No shit. Oh, wow. Take half my health before I even get there, huh, bitch? Take that. Huh? You like that? How'd that feel? Oh, gotcha. That demon's getting dead on his ass. You see that? Dead on his ass. I think, you know what, to be honest, if I could have some time in a place like where you're at right now, something like that, I could skip like the Caribbean and Bahamas and all the other places that I don't know that they're all that much better as far as that goes. I mean, you got white sandy beaches there in Florida, and you know, beautiful skylines at night, and the whole tropical atmosphere and all. I mean, I would take that all day long. Offshore beach, absolutely. Oh, no shit. Have you not been yet? What have you seen since you've been there? Like, what have you gotten out and done? It really does. It really does. All the mountains, all the forest, all the camping, all the beaches. We got every version of beach that you could find anywhere else in the world. Like every version. From damn near Arctic and frigid all the way to tropical, and fuck it, we even have swamps. I mean, come on, man, shit. You got everything. Everything you need and a bunch of shit you don't. Hitting hard up in here. Hitting hard in the yard. That shot then chain smoke. I have no beer to raise to you, but cheers anyway. Makeshift barricades here.
You're a welcome sight, stranger. From the looks of you, you've seen some combat, and we sure...
Trolls! Trolls!
Not again!
Little baby trolls.
have my thanks, friend. I do not think we would have been able to stop yet another assault. What cesspit they crawled out of, I cannot say. But it must be somewhere in the mine. Curse that magic dabbler, Mundus. I just know he's behind all this. Mundus is an earth mage, or at least that's what he calls himself. He lives deep in the mine. He usually keeps to himself, only shows up to buy supplies. His field of study is the power of runes. He uses them as gateways of a kind from which he conjures whatever takes his fancy. But a few days ago, he caused swarms of aggressive gnats to terrorize this place. Since the incident, the villagers here have refused to sell him food and other necessities. I'm afraid this may be his revenge, please, friend. You've shown us what you're capable of. Go to the mine and stop these attacks. We can't hold on much longer. I wish you well, friend.
We're really supposed to be going down to the harbor. Not necessarily first, but get this shrine so we can fast travel up here later. I think I have an A&W root beer. Everyone just... Oh shit, now what happened? Don't tell me you just got another call. Oh, yeah. I thought maybe a third X had given you, just popped up out of nowhere. Oh, hey, I heard you were in Florida. So, can you get me a plane ticket? Some shit like that. Just completely randomly out of nowhere. Beatrice's house. Talk to her later. I mean, there's loot to be had in these houses, I guess. Hear how the music changed again?
Another one to add to the collection.
I'll take heals. I'll definitely take heals. She's pretty well to do. Nope. That's about the pinnacle of badassery, unless you're a ninja in a video game. With a hit. Does anyone happen to know personally any game developers? So you can pass along my idea and we can have this video game. There's a particular video game that I really want to play, but nobody will make it. Bastards.
I can't move this.
There's a key up there. Oh, it's under his fucking pillow. Key's under his pillow, but you have to read his mind to get it, and that's right. Forgot about that. Oh well. Maybe if I played this game as often as I should, I would remember all of these things. I have in my head if it's only a glimpse, you'd have to bring it to life and you'd have to do it right. The first company that comes to mind to make it, well, I probably bored you guys with this story before, but I'm still going to put it out there. Maybe one day it'll actually
them
happen.
trolls. They'll ruin me business. Is hiding the key under your pillow a good idea? Yeah, nobody will look there. My cellar is safe. That's good to know. But I have to fight the trolls now.
Oh, after the trolls. So like, I want a story-based video game like Mass Effect Dragon Age, something like that. And how I envision the beginning of the game is you start as a boy or a girl, you choose your character, you know, like Neo 2 would be a good kind of example on character creation and how, you know, appearances and how you'd want it to look. That's close enough. Or Black Desert Online would be fucking amazing. Anyway, so you start as a pupil or a disciple or novice or whatever you want to call it in a dojo or training academy for ninjas, and you know you kind of want to be historically similar, but you know go ahead and throw in all the legendary and you know fabulous stuff, you know, surrounding ninjas and the enigma that is, you know, ninjutsu and all that kind of stuff. So you start as a boy or a girl, and you're in, and all of a sudden, after you've gone through, that would be your tutorial. You'd learn basic weapons, you'd learn basic stealth skills, and you would learn the novice version of each particular skill and choose one that you would like, right? Like any other game. And then you would branch off that base skill. So you would have from the beginning of the game the foundation of your animations and your abilities. And then you would branch off, and then there would be sub branches, you know, different things like you know, once you get throwing weapons or blow guns or, you know, whatever it is, explosives, any kind of throwables and stuff like that. And you might start off with a simple star, and you might start off with simple like smoke bombs, but then later, you know, graduate into poison or grenades or stuff like that. And what do they call those things? They're like throwing stars, but they're like darts or something. I'll be back in a second, guys. Sorry about that. Got a busted pipe out front. Well, it's a busted sprinkler, but it's basically just wide open, and it's shooting a stream of water about 15 feet up in the air. And it's just, anyway, I'm hoping the sprinklers are only supposed to be on for a certain period of time, and if that shit carries on all night, I don't know. Anyway, so like, at some point after you tutorial, but see, it's not just like starting the game and I learned to use a weapon and I learned all my basic movement skills and I learned all the basic stuff, which is obvious tutorial. But during the entire time, each one of your teachers like expounds and lays some background for the game and gives you some Japanese history and throws in some story, and you begin to like some of your tutors and shit like that. The main guy, I guess it wouldn't be sensei, whatever you would call the leader of your school there. You're endeared to him because you're basically an orphan, and he's kind of like a grandfather figure to you, and all this shit. So you can and then you gain some sentimental attachment to your school, and then when it gets attacked and gets basically burned to the ground, and your teachers and all the people you've grown to love, they all get slaughtered and stuff, and your fellow students, and it'd be when you're older. So you can assume that you've graduated. You can assume that you even have you at least have the basic stuff to be like a ninja, to be someone who could be hired out for assassinations and do all the intrigue and the spying and do all that other stuff like that. And so you find out that the reason your dojo was attacked is industrialists from the West are trying to industrialize Japan. And you have those who are stubborn and are sticking to the old ways. And then you have those who want to move forward for profit and gain, and advancement and, become modern. And based on the side that you choose dictates which instructors and which teachers and which merchants become open to you. Like you can get off into guns and crossbows and various other things like that, or you can stay as a traditionalist with your blow darts and your smoke bombs and your magic. So you would have something of a mage ability similar to Neo. That was pretty cool the way they did that. Or you could of course, you're already starting as a ninja. You could go rogue, but you could become a little more brazen and become more of a frontline type fighter, which is contrary to ninja, but so is all the modernistic ways that would get you out of that and get into actual explosives, firearms and things like that, telescopes and whatever, all the modern stuff. But in order to access those particular merchants, you would have to do jobs against the traditionalists. So you would get hired to assassinate. And so if you say you assassinated this guy, you could no longer romance his daughter or son or whatever, and so on and so forth. So certain bridges that you burn would cut off access to certain people in certain facets of the game, not just as merchants and trainers and suppliers of different stuff. Like if you go straight industrialist, then all the traditional teachers, especially the ones that give you the best shit like runes that you can engrave or incorporate into your sword and into your weapons that increase certain things like damage, critical chance, the basic RPG stuff, those merchants would be cut off to you because you would probably at some point either kill them or alienate, and they wouldn't deal with you because you're taking jobs, you're hiring out to the wrong side. And then at the very end, you would simply make your choice. And do you go traditionalist or do you go industrialist? You say industrialist, where you bring pollution and you bring destroying parts of nature and getting away from the values and morality that got you where you were. But if you go traditionalist, you also realize that some of the feudal lords, or whatever they called them at the time, with their samurai, were very cruel to the peasants and serfs that were under them, which is why ninja rose up in the first place. So that's not such a good thing necessarily either. And so you see the gray area, the goods and the evils of both sides. And I would want a movie to play out with I don't know who the artist would be, but somebody who had a very good sense of traditional Japanese art, to play out a movie to kind of summarize all of your morality and decisions and all your loved ones, and to show little scenes, little snapshots of people who you'd come across during the game and who'd come and gone and passed away and so on. It's like they did in Fallout 3. Even at the end of New Vegas, they had a summary movie at the end to show all your decisions and what you'd have done and kind of, say how things were going to go from that point forth based on the decisions you made. And, there's a whole lot you could do with it, but all the personal interactions and all the dealings with folks and the action and the combat and the cool shit that you could do throwing it in there, where, you know, like let's say you get ambushed by a rival school, a school that's being used by the side that you refuse to do jobs for example. And so now they've got contracts out on you personally, and anybody left from your school because your school was going to defy them, you know. So you kind of start the game out where the industrialists are sort of the accepted bad guys, but then you learn as you go along, and you would have to have little moral situations as you went along that would show that the traditionalists, well, they're not always the good guys either, you know. But, and of course the combat itself would just have to be, Neo 2 really got it right. Sekiro really got it right as far as the animations and the combat. I sucked at fucking playing that game. I sucked worse than anybody you've ever seen in your life. For some reason, I cannot get that game. I can't. It just doesn't jive with me at all. But anyway, so that's like a rough draft of kind of an idea. And if you play the movie out like, you know, a Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, where you've got to, there's got to be some way to embrace an actual enemy in the game, or several enemies in the game, and also become endeared to those who are around you. I don't think there would be a follower system in this game, so I wouldn't make it a party-based thing. I would really keep it a solo, so there would be that sense of, that Dark Souls sense of solitude throughout the game, is that you really kind of are alone, and you don't necessarily know who you can trust. There'd be a lot of backstabbing and intrigue and things like that, and dirty deals going on, and, you know, of course you'd be sent. You could also incorporate, you know, your Tom Clancy-esque, you know, stealth stuff off in there too when you do a particular job, like to go, you know, to go in and kill somebody and make it look like even Hitman style stealth missions. And I would not revolve the game around these. These would be a side activity. Not even a side activity. They might be story based, but it's not the key fundamental thing that the rest of the game is built around. No, it's just something you do in the game. And there may be certain times where you got to get in and be real clever and real sneaky, and make it to where there's several different ways to approach different stuff, you know. But just the game where you actually get to be a ninja, I'm like, aside from Neo, really, and Sekiro, which was kind of had some element of that, but it was really heavy action, very little RPG for the most part. I would like to see a story-based RPG where you get to grow as an actual ninja, and you become skilled and hardened, and basically every time you add a skill, I want a new animation that goes with it. In my game, every single time you add something, Kingdoms of Amalur did that really well. And I don't want super complex combo shit like Devil May Cry and Bayonetta and shit. I want simpler combo systems that may take some time to become comfortable with, but aren't so hard to memorize that you have to be, you know, a computer whiz to get it, you know? Anyway, that was my idea. I'd love to see somebody do it. I can't believe nobody has.
Gwyn is laughing to himself, assured no one can guess the password to his chest. Rumpelstiltskin.
But as far as the visuals go, you know, Neo got that right. Sekiro got that right too. The visuals, the rice waving in the wind, and the cherry blossoms floating through the air, and the big moon, and Mount Fiji in the background or whatever. You know, just that art style and everything that goes along with it. You can make it beautiful, and I don't want no photorealistic ass Witcher type shit. I want something that's a little more stylized, a little more cartoonish. Dragon Age 2 once again comes to mind again. That if you incorporate a really cool armor, clothing, crafting system in there and make everything look really friggin' badass and make you look really badass while you're doing it, that would take the place of a whole lot. I wouldn't expend all my resources in graphics. You know, not to that point. I would want a slightly smaller scale. I'm not talking like Diablo where your character's this big in the middle of the map, but I'm talking something more size like the original Dark Souls, as opposed to Dark Souls 2 or Witcher or Horizon Zero Dawn type thing where your character takes up a big portion where it's pretty much thigh or waist up. No. I kind of want my character in third person to be down here. I wouldn't include first person. I wouldn't do all that because some of the action and some of the shit that you would be asked to do and the speed that you'd be asked to do it would just be a blur of bullshit if you were in first person anyway. If your game's cool enough, you don't need first person. You really don't need that. Well, except in a shooter maybe, but the only time you might go into something like first person is with your blow dart or with your bow, if you've got a bow or crossbow or gun or your throwables maybe, you know.
Good. I don't much like humans. They always pick on us
Anyway.
poor goblins. But you won't, will you? You won't pick on poor Gwyn? Think? Human tricks. I knew you would, but I'm too shrewd. Gwyn is too smart. Good. The human is kind. Gwyn will pray for it at the totem.
At the totem. The totem.
Gwyn's greeting, human.
At the totem.
Gwyn's chest is locked and will require a password to open. With a satisfying clink, the chest opens.
Oh. Alright. Well, we got the shrine up here and we know where we're at, so we'll just save this for later.
Another one to add to the collection. Hey Steve, what's going on, man? Long time no see. What's up? Hey, what's up? Yeah, actually good idea, right? And like, yeah, and if you enter or leave a cutscene with a certain person representing either of those factions, then you would have that, you know, as in the fade into the next scene type thing. You'd have your cherry blossoms with the traditionalists, or you'd have the eagle, you know. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. That would be a cool little detail, right? Arise, my pet. I can't.
Oh, he's dead. Huh. Nice. I want to see what a difference actual lifesteal really makes. Just having a point or two in that. Life leech, whatever it's called.
Doesn't do a thing.
was close. Still taking too much damage. Way too much damage. Creature bro. We leveled up 2.5 times just clearing out these goblins. Hell, they were giving us almost 4 grand a little while ago. Those ones towards, as we were going towards the top up there. Look at that.
From hell.
From hell. Let me save that. What are we, level 22 now? To subdue your morning cough. Yes. Nothing better than a cigarette to subdue the cough. Don't say cigarette too loud though, because Steve's like on his last one or maybe 2. I see here in Texas, when it comes down to that, I walk literally 150 feet that way and just go grab a pack, but I don't smoke. But Steve's off basking in the glory that is Florida at the moment, and apparently 24-hour convenience stores aren't a thing. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's really annoying. Yeah, right? Yeah, the 1 or 2 times in the game where you can get caught on the ground where a dragon's actually firing at you with fire breath, fireballs, they go to about 1,000 miles an hour. And they shoot them like an SMG. So, yeah. Yeah. Usually doesn't end well. So we can go up here and grab this real quick. Just casually come up on the roof with a demon. Say,
Hell and damnation!
Got anything that needs done?
It's the Zeppelin Sea. They're not arriving anymore. Them cursed goblins made Damien torture their souls. They shot down one of our Zeppelins.
Bait?
But that's not the worst
I don't know,
part.
man. I think I would trade cigarettes for what Steve's rolling right now. It sounds pretty nice.
Slayers when you need them. Now only 3 Zeppelins are still left: the Red Duke, the Hindborg, and the Spirit of Alaroth.
There's
They're too heavily
some
damaged
variables like after-hours swimming pools, tiki bars. Florida sunrises. I guess sunset. Key West. Key West is on the east side, right? East side of the. So sunsets would probably be better in Florida if you were on the western coast of that. Or is Key West on the west side? Where's it at? I know Florida sticks down like this, so I know it says Key West, but isn't it that on the east side of the island? One would have like spectacular sunrises. I imagine the other one would have sunsets. Like where I'm at, Galveston, the sun sets basically over land from where I'm at. They're pretty and everything, but not like sun setting over the water with all the clouds. But our sunrises here are just friggin' stupid pretty sometimes.
They are missing some key elements without which they cannot fly. These are magic compasses, rudder components, and hover crystals. The goblins must have known about the soft spots, because their boarding parties went for these vitals right away. No, they only have such scarce materials in the assembly harbour in Rivertown. But the zeppelins that actually went down were never boarded, so their crystals and such should still be there. Unfortunately, the wrecks will have been picked clean by wyverns. Those pests are regular magpies. If something reflects the sun, it's in their nests moments later. Oh, really? So you can climb the fjords and shoot the wyverns at the same time? I don't think so. But I appreciate your willingness to help. And should you pull it off after all, I, on behalf of the champions, will pay you very well. Sure. And if you...
What do you want of the harbor's smith, Slayer? Is that so? Well, go ahead and have a look.
I need that. Well, if we actually needed a sword, this would be a great place to go. Alright, T-Birds. You're out of time. Yeah, I don't know why I even bothered. Well, I didn't spend anything on them, so.
Shiny.
Nice. See if he's got anything actually worth having back here. Nice.
Shiny.
I'll take it. Free is free, right? Alright, T. See you tomorrow or the next time. I think we'll probably be doing the same bat thing in the same bat channel tomorrow. Although tomorrow I'll try to have enough beer to try to keep up with Steve and the rest of y'all. I'll try. See if maybe I can go find a deal on some that Yangling was pretty good.
Another one to add to the collection.
This guy I gotta give that necklace to.
Good day to you, stranger. I'm Morgan, the harbor master. Anything I can do for you? But that's her
Yes, she's dead. Gone.
How did
Finito.
you-
You've got to learn when to move on.
She isn't dead, is she? I always knew I wouldn't be able to hold on to her. But she's too much of a lady not to try and let me down as easy as she can. Bless her heart. I take it you'll see her again. then please give her this book. Have a nice day.
Best deals outside of Alaroth, Slayer. Come, have a look at what I sell. Immediately, Slayer.
It would be cool if the
No idea. What with that Zandalore type around and all that.
it'd be cool if the armor or jewelry, you know, rings and such, could have a life steal on them. It's only weapons. And I mean, I guess they can't have you just basically taking back all the hit points that you lose. Usually, lifesteal is normally, Devour Health is normally more expensive than even like critical chance and shit. For a reason. Can't have you running around doing all of that shit. I mean, this isn't Skyrim. Nice.
This will help.
Just one? Really?
Hail, traveller. I wish the circumstances were so that the champions of this fortress could offer you a heartier welcome. The sounds of goblin war drums have of late kept many a soldier uneasy night and day. That evil mind
Everybody wants something.
has even had the guts to attack the fortress and the
You too?
harbor here.
What time is it? Oh shit, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay.
All because their leader, Svadil Fari, has found it necessary to pledge the destruction of all that is human in the Orobas fjords. Indeed so. The price on his head is no less than an entire coffer full of gold.
Oh, okay.
I applaud your enthusiasm. You'll have to fight the entire village to get to him. Still, I do hope you'll succeed. Good hunting, wanderer.
I think you can choose to help the goblins in this one. Actually. But I think goblins offers more XP. Not that it really matters one way or the other. But I see goblins summoned by Damien's little minions, so if that's the case, then they can't be a good thing, right?
Shiny.
Perfect. A mercenary, no doubt about it. That's what I wanted to hear. Now, pay attention. Yesterday, a man came running from High Hall.
Oh, the trolls,
I sent
okay.
one of my best soldiers up there. Quintus is
Met him
go to
too.
High Hall and take care of things. I'm afraid the situation might be dire. He's still alive then. The fjords may be dangerous enough, but I'm glad I'm not in Alaroth.
Welcome to the harbor, Wanderer. Sure there is. See that plate over there? With all the bigger troubles going on here, we can't spare the men to organize hunts. Divine's blessings, Slayer.
All these guys right here.
The following menaces. Claim your rewards from Sejanus if you manage to kill one of them. Bring his mace as proof of his death. Bring his ring as proof of his death. Bring his mask as proof of his death. Bring his ledger as proof of his death. Bring his necklace as proof of his death. You walk away.
Alright, we got all that. You know what, that sounds like a good idea. 4 o'clock here and... Yeah. You're in where are you at, Steve? I don't remember. I think you told me, like, way long time ago. If it's just morning there, it's you're not too many hours ahead of me. Denmark, gotcha. I was gonna ask Europe something. Then I was thinking like England, London, something. Then I was, no, that doesn't sound right either. Denmark, lucky you, man. All you guys in these cool places. Shit. We've actually got our work cut out for us now. And I'm sorry, but we've been, well, I don't only, it's only a couple hours on this one because our freaking internet screwed us over shortly after midnight last night. We've been going for a while. Every so often I'll okay, there's that. You know what, I'm gonna land right here. And I think I'm gonna call it a day right here so I'll know. That's where what's-his-face is. That's where the other guy is. Oh, this is going to be a bitch, too. But we'll worry about that tomorrow. Give this a save here. Talk to you guys for a second or two, but I'm kind of burned a little bit as well. As Justin says, feeling the fade calling. We were doing some streams in the daytime. I'm wondering if maybe we shouldn't move the streams up early, although this time of night and honestly, around 5 o'clock in the morning here, lots of viewers tend to start jumping on, and I'm like, ugh, I'm usually at the end of a stream, I'm already, you know, really lagging, dropping off, and all of a sudden a whole bunch of people will just jump in. Strange. But it's always a different time somewhere, though, right? You know, for me, it's 5 in the morning. For someone else, shit, it's 2 in the afternoon or 6 in the evening, you know, so on and so forth. So, I don't know. I don't think there's a perfect time unless you're just going to play 24/7, which would be nice, but, yeah. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I can't do the 23 on, 1 off thing. And maybe every blue moon we'll do a 24-hour stream. In fact, we will do one of those at some point. If we find a game worth playing like that, we'll probably do another one of those. But right now, I'm about to head off to bed. Actually, I'm going to go find something to eat. This has turned into my dinner time. 4 in the morning is my dinner time now. Go figure. All right, guys. Will you like to visit Texas? Man, well, if you do, visit San Antonio if you have a choice. Gotcha. Yeah, visit San Antonio if you ever had a chance. That's personally my favorite place in all of Texas. It's so unique. It's cool as shit. it's a nice vibe there. It's a nice thing they have going. It's a mix between really old and really new, and it's just cool. It's yeah, I hate to be leaving right as soon as you get here, but like you said, it's kind of hard to cross, and I've got some stuff to do today. Actually, I won't be in any rush to wake up early morning and fucking work all day and then turn right around and try to stream again at night. Should be a little more casual, so that's a good thing. All right, guys, well, let me get out of here. Like I said, I'll try to jump on. It's gonna be late tomorrow night, so whatever time there it is now, it's 4 here, so I should probably be on around, hopefully around 10 or 11 tonight. I imagine I'll be home by then and have, gotten things squared away. All right, guys? Yeah, man, I'm sorry, but I will tell you what, as soon as I get off here, I'll switch this over to YouTube. I'll export it over to YouTube, so it'll be on my channel. I can do that. I meant to do that the other night with one, and I think I forgot. I don't know if I did it or not. Anyway, but I'll do it with this one. Not too big of a deal. Just slap some quick stuff on it and send it over there. So anyone who just wants to hang out, just do something while you fall asleep, or just whatever, be there for that. All right, guys. Anyway, y'all take it easy, man. Thanks for all the support, all the tips and all the subs and everything else. For those of you that passed out, well, it's fun having you here, and so I'll see you guys this evening. All right. Anyway, without further ado, I'll catch you guys tonight. Adios, everybody. Take care. Oh, do you? Oh, cool. Oh, that's right. They go into the archive or whatever. Well, there you go. Okay, well, cool. All right, well, man, you know what? Thanks for taking the time. I mean, I'm glad you enjoy the streams, but that's really cool. That's really complimentary, so I appreciate it, and it's nice to see you. It's nice to at least get to say hey to you after, it's been a while. So anyway, have a good one. Take care. Stay safe, everybody. I will catch you guys